introduce yourself and your brand?
Well, my name is Omatayo Obayanju. I'm the son of Karen and Kingsley Obayanju, and the brand is called Chipmunk Chronicles.
How is Chipmunk Chronicles a reflection of you?
Well, coming up, I was a big fan of the show, A Different World. It came out like around 1988 or 89, and it had some characters that looked like us or resembled. It was something that was more tangible for like to touch the characters. And Dwayne Wayne, I always wanted to be like him. So it was something that someone who I grew up looking up to, because he wasn't your typical main character. He was vulnerable, geeky, sometimes unsure of himself, but eventually he manifested and became the man who he was meant to be.
Now, how do you want people to feel when they're wearing your brand?
Oh, it's still the same. I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel free. I want them to know that this is a brand that may be an expression of things that they may be afraid to say.
If your brand was a person with its own personality, what would it be like?
Anti-social extrovert. Going back to what I was saying about being in spaces with a lot of people, but not having to speak. The shirts and the garments speaking for themselves. Posing and generating questions that you may be afraid to ask or put on yourself. But if you see a shirt that says what will Malcolm do, it's automatically a conversation piece. More than anything, I want these pieces to be conversation pieces, so we could just start uplifting and building our community again. These conversations are needed. So if I see a shirt that makes me think, there's a possibility I may do something. Who knows?
I love how you said that you want them to, start a conversation to help build our community, because I do think that, the community needs a lot of rebuilding.
Yes,
it really does. Where do you see your brand in the next 3 to 5 years?
It's going to change, because people change, we evolve. So I would be a fool to say it's going to be the exact same way, but I feel that it's going to be better. I think the styles are going to become more concise and clear. Because I want everyone to see exactly what I'm trying to do. Sometimes there's a little disconnect between the curator or illustrator. Like you have it in your mind what's going on, but people may not get it. So hopefully in a couple of years things are more streamlined and people can really identify what I'm trying to do.
So looking at these items behind you, can you actually hold some up and just kind of walk us through what inspired each design?
Oh, that works. This was the first piece. The graphic illustration was done by an artist named Santana Styles. I'm giving you a shout out, you should be happy. We collaborated on this for a while. It's telling a backstory when Dwayne met Denise. Because through the show A Different World, you have Dwayne Wayne, who had a perfect score on his math ACT. So he could have went into any school in the world, but it had to be something that pulled him to that school. So I developed a story that Denise Huxtable was his tour guide. So he saw her one day, and he made the decision. It may not have been the right decision. You don't want to make decisions based on women or men, but he ended up at Hillman. You also see pieces of my personality. He has on retro ones. My favorite Jordan 1. She has on Adidas Shell Toes. He has on varsity jackets. For those who know me, know I really love varsity jackets. He has pins on his jacket, a Malcolm X pin, a King pin, Spider-Man pin, and she's adorned in denim because I have a really big asphyxiation with denim. So I'm just telling the story of how he met her. But my favorite for this season, I would say, I guess I don't call them seasons or capsules eventually, is the What Will Malcolm Do t-shirt, because it goes right into what I was saying about having conversation pieces. So with this one, it's pretty straightforward. What will Malcolm do? Especially dealing with our political climate, things that are going on with African Americans right now. We often pose the questions in barbershops, at churches. If we had leadership, if Martin was still here, Dr. Martin Luther King, what would he do? What would we do? How would we react to it? If Malcolm X was still here, what would he do? What are we doing right now? Will we still be in the same situation? And these are the questions to ask. But at the same time, as being responsible or just being aware adults, we have to take ownership of some decisions ourselves. Of course they will want to encourage us and help us out, but they'll be in their 80s. They wouldn't be the same vibrant people that we remember them as. They'll be looking to us to make decisions or make choices. So really the question when you look at these shirts, not what they do, is what are you going to do? What can I do right now? So this is my favorite. And the reason why the X is tattered, my mom didn't like it, but I feel that it kind of, it's not even a kindness, that's watering it down. It represents the relationship between Black Americans and our nation. I feel like we love the idea of America more than America actually loves us. So that's why it's tattered.
I love the story behind your items, and I think that after listening to you describe each of these, it really compels you to want to support you even further. So what's your web address? Where can you be reached?
I appreciate it. Well, my memory's not that good, so it is the Chipmunk Chronicles. Oh, here's my business card. It is the Chipmunk Chronicles at bigcartel.com. You can order stuff on there. They're available right now. And my Instagram page is the Chipmunk_Chronicles at Instagram. I also have a Facebook page as well, which is just Chipmunk Chronicles. Hit me up, email me, DM me before 11:30 p.m., not after, and I'll respond as soon as I can.
Thank you so much for doing this interview with us. It was a pleasure.
Oh, thank you guys. Be kind to yourselves, be good to yourselves, and things are good right now, but things are going to get better. Take care.
Amen.